Can you hear me?
I can, and we're live.
Alright, just adjusting my volume.
I had my phone, the camera pointed towards my desk, and I was like, why is it white?
Your desk white?
Here? No, well, I have it leaned up against my laptop screen, so the Facebook background was white. Hello, everyone. Before we get to do things, I'm going to explain what's going on. So, because we know most of you don't, have access to all the social media accounts at once, we're going to try to record this Instagram live and put it on our other platforms like Facebook and YouTube. But to do that, we have to have Chris try and record it. So he's going to do that real quick. And while we're doing that, I'll just say a quick hello to everybody and explain what the heck is going on if you don't know yet. So with the quick spreading of COVID-19, a lot of states and cities are going through a variety of safety measures to keep everybody as safe and as healthy as possible. And one of the things that was done here in LA County, and then briefly, and then almost immediately after, throughout the state of California, is a shelter-in-place or stay-at-home order. And what that means is that many of us that work for businesses that are deemed non-essential now have to either work from home or are really out of a job. So thankfully, everybody here at Evike.com still has a job, and we're still working for you as best we can. A lot of us are working from home, but we'll get into all of that in just a couple of minutes. So if you guys have any questions, hit them up in the comment section below. We will do our best to answer them in an orderly fashion. If we miss one, feel free to retype it. If you see a question that's been answered already, kind of refrain from asking it on repeat, just so that we can get the most amount of information here as possible. So to answer one of the brief questions that I'm sure everyone is asking immediately, and in fact I saw this question just now, are we still open? Well, open is relative, right? Many of the staff in our office are not able to be on site. That doesn't mean that we're not able to continue business in some capacity. All the shipments that we have currently that we're able to get out today, we will be getting out today. The stay-at-home order requires that we close the facility at midnight tonight. Now, that's tentative. Matt, we don't know if that's really true, 100%
so
yet.
The problem is that last night there was two ordinances. The first one was a county ordinance, which we actually were meeting the guidelines to still be able to ship and process orders. Then the governor, 15 minutes after that press conference, announced his decision, but didn't provide any guidelines for it. So we're
I was reading the LA County.
Yeah. So we're waiting.
I was reading the LA County one.
Release his rules. Once his rules are announced, then we'll be able to know a little bit more. But we're looking into alternatives like right now to make sure that everybody can still order, still be on, still get their stuff on time. Well, as fast as we can right now. We're a little bit delayed because of this, but that's why we're.
That's why we're doing a live stream
from home.
What if I order like a week from now? I mean, you can still place your orders. That's the key is that the website is not person and is operating all the time. So our inventory is still live and it's still available, and you are more than welcome to order. But that does mean that there may be a slight delay in your delivery time. We haven't figured out what that delay is going to be, but we're going to get into all that in just a couple minutes as soon as we can get Chris off his lazy butt and get recording.
Chris, you just need to record the when is the next?
I feel like we're doing a podcast.
Well, I mean, the plan was probably to do one in April, but if we cannot ship right away, then we may have to delay that till later in the month in April.
That's a good question. This doesn't relate to Evike so much, but it relates to events. Currently, I think across the United States, they're advising people not to go to gatherings of, more than 50? And that makes Airsoft events very, very difficult to have. As far as, event coordinators, it's going to depend completely on them and what they decide to do and what they think is appropriate. But it might be difficult to go out physically and play Airsoft for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I think It also seems like it's been one of those things with arenas and fields. It really depends. Everybody seems like they're operating still, if they can, under ordinances. For example, yesterday in Texas, we had to make the decision to close the arena and the store, and that was due to a government, the governor making an order. So I guess that's the way it's going to work at your local field and stuff wherever you're from, because that way you can, play somewhere. But if the state government makes or your local government makes an ordinance, you really have no choice,
Yep.
But if you are playing, make sure you're being safe. Definitely clean all your stuff. Don't make human contact. I don't think you have to worry about the distance rule because, if you're all within 6 feet of each other, maybe you should be playing outdoor airsoft or something.
If you play on private property, we can't say, one way or the other whether or not that's going to be an issue.
It shouldn't be.
For you. But it shouldn't be, as long as, you're being reasonably safe with your... All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a live Instagram feed here talking about kind of the effect of the shelter-in-place ordinance or order that came down from the state of California, from Governor Newsom last night, and how that's going to affect kind of, shipping times and the company and kind of airsoft in general, because we provide so many players and fields with airsoft products and even other stores. So we're going to get into some of those questions and how they pertain to you guys.
Well,
but first, welcome. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I know that this is a very nerve-wracking time for a lot of people.
Those are my wife's Legos.
So it's a very nerve-wracking time, and I know everyone's very, very nervous about that. So the key here is that we're all in this together. And if you're nervous about your business closing or a family member's business closing, we're all here together trying to get through this together. And our company, like many others, are trying to do our part to make sure that everybody's safe and healthy. So should you stock up on BBs and ammo? I mean, there's no better time. I don't know how effective it will be against the virus, but you never know.
Biohazard BOA.
Garrett Adams just got tested in New York. Well, Garrett, hopefully you don't come back with anything adverse, but fingers crossed, and we're praying for you. Jared, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a really tough time. It's really tough for businesses. Having to keep your employees employed and potentially without income, that becomes very difficult for a lot of businesses. So you should make a coronavirus gun. It's funny. We might be doing. I don't want to spoil April Fools, but I'm trying to figure out how to get one of those gel ball blasters. You guys seen them in like toy stores and things. The gel ball blasters we carry here at Evike.com. I'm trying to soak them in alcohol or hand sanitizer, and hopefully I can have a hand sanitizer ball shooting gun. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to figure it out.
Yeah. Or if we can.
So about this wait time. So we're going to get into wait times with shipping. Try to remember that we're doing this video right now to answer as many questions as we can, but a lot of this is still developing by the minute, by the day. So there's a lot of information that we're not going to have, like when we can reopen shipping after today. As of today, we're still going to be shipping out orders that have already been submitted to Evike.com. So if you do want to get in the last minute order, I don't know if your order is going to go through today, but we will get out everything that we possibly can today while we have the time and we are able. But in terms of future shipping updates, I really don't have a time period for you or a time frame. We're really kind of flying by the seat of our pants here and going with trying to get you guys as much as you need as quickly as we can. We need a toilet paper. Anybody familiar with our preparedness poster where we have the toilet paper on top of the rail on a vertical grip? It's like we knew it was coming. How long ago did we take that photo? 8 years ago?
No, it was, yeah, we did the, well, no, was that with the rebuild? Did we do the rebuild gun at that, or is it off the original video?
That's the original.
Then that was
with the
2011.
TP?
Or 2000.
It was 9 years ago. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
For right now, I want to stay on IG Live. We're just kind of working with the technology this morning. We didn't have some of our equipment that would have been handy to be able to execute some of this stuff. We have at the office, ironically. So me trying to find a mono or a stereo to stereo male cable and all the other things has been kind of difficult to procure at the last second. Matt had to grab his headphones.
Well, that's beside the point.
Hey, it's probably better.
You never think about having to record from home because we have all the camera equipment at work, and now we're doing it from home, and it's like, oh my God, what do I should have put up like an Evike banner behind me, but I didn't have one.
I'm trying to think if where we have one right now.
Maybe we can have Evike ship me one tonight.
Well, you're not that far away. Sorry.
Okay, so first things first. I guess let's get right into it, George. Do you want to tell everybody kind of what this shelter-in-place deal is and what it means for our current Superstore location as well as our satellite locations, our outposts and things? Or do you want me to do that?
No, I'll run through it really quick. So
okay.
We only have.
So you guys pay attention. We got a lot of information for you here.
We only have 100 or so users on right now, but please do help us get the word out.
If you guys know anybody that needs this information, please tell them to join. Like as soon as possible. It's not like you're not sitting at home, so get on the internet.
So as of yesterday, the County of Los Angeles made an announcement about a stay home, stay safe mandate. I forget what it was.
Shelter at home.
No, it wasn't shelter. They didn't use the word shelter. They said
that's what California decided
That's what California did.
So LA County said stay at home.
The county board of supervisors and the mayor issued that ordinance last night. We looked at that ordinance and we are actually still able to meet the guidelines to be able to ship items. Obviously, all of our Outpost stores and our main HQ store are going to be closed temporarily, and they'll be opened up at a later date. If you want to get information on when those will be reopened, the best thing to do is to follow the store locations portion of the website. So if you just go to the store locations on the bottom, that'll have hours and most recent up-to-date information in regards to when fields or when the Outposts will reopen. This goes the same for the Game Pod field, the Battle Lab field, as well as the High Ground Airsoft field. So for right now, all the states that they're in, which are in California and Texas, have all put in state ordinances that basically makes it impossible to run those at this time. The second thing is, so the governor yesterday made an announcement about a similar ordinance, however, did not include the details that we need to know 100% if we're shipping or not shipping, or what the delays are going to be and kind of dates and stuff like that. So since we do not know all that information yet, we sadly cannot give you the most up-to-date information. But we do have people working on alternatives right now. We do have plans to finish up some shipments today. As we know, UPS is still coming for a pickup today, so we will still be getting, but bear with us, be patient. It is not even 12 hours since, well, a little bit less than 12 hours.
A little bit less than 12 hours,
so, a little bit more than 12 hours. So be patient with us, please. And if you have any questions about your order, the best thing to do would be either to contact our CS department via sales@Evike.com or to give our CS department a call. They are all available today. All our CS reps are available today, and they will be able to help you, at least give you a status of hopefully where your order is at. But I do urge your patience, to not clog the CS lines if you just need to know if your tracking number and stuff like that. If you got a shipment notification in your email, you have the order has been shipped, and you should have got a tracking thing in there. Let's see what else.
So a couple key takeaways from the questions that I'm seeing in the questions section is, Airsoft Nation, if you haven't gotten the newsletter yet, or you haven't seen our Facebook announcement or our Instagram announcement, we have temporarily postponed Airsoft Nation. We do not have a new date for that yet. We're working closely with the field to figure out an optimal date in the future. If you want a refund for your ticket, you can absolutely get one. Email our customer service team. We'll issue you a refund, no questions asked, no problem at all. If you'd like to keep your ticket, that's great too. That purchase price, or the ticket that you've already purchased, will just apply to the rescheduled date in the future as soon as we have one. Again, because we're operating with limited information from the state, we don't exactly know when we're going to be able to reschedule that too. One of the other questions from the comment section is, until what date is this happening? Well, we have a tentative end date to the stay-at-home order, and that's April 19th. That's a whole month away. Hopefully it will be before that, but worst case scenario, the 19th is the date. Hopefully we'll be back open, and by back open I mean the majority of our staff can re-enter the building. With that said, as George mentioned, stuff is still being shipped today. Our customer service guys are working from home. They're being able to answer questions remotely. So if you do have a question or you need an email answered, please email their email, sales@Evike.com. George, are they doing the phone lines today, or are we just doing emails?
Say again. Sorry,
Are our customer service guys doing emails or phone calls, or just
both.
Emails? Okay.
I haven't called the CS line, but I imagine that they're able to do both at this time. If not, if you're not getting through the CS team, then I would advise sending an email, and it'll be responded in the order it was received.
We've got a couple weeks here where we're going to be doing plenty of awesome, fun, exciting content, on Instagram and Facebook, answering questions and talking back and forth with you guys. So if you guys have any questions specifically about what we're talking about here with regard to the effect of the COVID-19 stay-at-home order and its effect on Airsoft and Evike, just hit us up in the questions section below.
I'm pretty sure that there's no fields in San Diego that are open right now either. This is basically going to probably close all fields in California, I would imagine.
Statewide.
Yeah, and also, realistically, guys, right now the weather's not very good in Southern California or Northern California right now anyway, so it's not really great airsoft weather, but also, even when the weather gets better, it is important that we all take the steps to flatten this curve of this virus. The news today, I don't know how many people are following the CDC's website or anything like that. The caseload went up substantially this morning. So, we got to be very, very careful and really take this seriously, especially in major population zones like Los Angeles.
To answer some other questions I'm seeing, guys, if you have... If you'd like to browse the website, you can still absolutely do that. You can, our full inventory is still available. As far as we're concerned, anything that was going to be shipped today will still be shipped today. If you don't make the cutoff, we're working actively on other alternatives to get you guys the products that you want and need and order. And so hopefully there's not a huge delay in terms of getting you guys the items that you were expecting. But again, we're kind of operating by the minute here. So we are doing everything we can to stay open and stay available to you guys. So. Products should come with hand sanitizer. We actually looked into how we could supply all of the orders with hand sanitizer and masks, and the reality is you just can't get them. We were trying. We were trying. We were running around. Our management teams were running around trying to figure out how we could get things ordered in time to send them out, but we just couldn't get the quantity necessary to send them in packages to you guys. But we tried. That's not that matters now.
So there was a question that I saw on the Facebook post about RMA, and so I'll talk briefly about what's going on with our RMA process. So this person basically was commenting that they sent the RMA exchange 2 days ago. Is there a timetable when expected when I'll receive his new item? Right now, we really, if you sent the item already, we are not sure of when we'll be able to process that. we will process that as soon as we possibly can. But if you have an RMA pending shipment, like if you have an RMA number right now, or if you're talking to an RMA CS rep, please hold on to your packages for right now. Otherwise, if you ship it, it'll be held by the carrier and then could be returned to you. But we will be extending all warranties to make sure everyone is taken care of during this time. So if you're really concerned about the warranty process and all that, we will take care of you. Don't worry about that. This is just a speed bump in a long straightaway that we're going to have to eventually get through. That's probably a terrible analogy.
Waylon, my rocket mug's at work under quarantine as well.
I'm sure Amazon. Did you get that from Amazon?
No, I got that from the San Diego Air and Space Museum.
All right, well, can't go there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I can't go get another one.
Well, let's see.
Okay, so one more time to reiterate, at this time, all of our retail stores and fields are closed at this time for safety if you're just tuning in. We don't know exactly when that's going to change, but we're glad to do it, and we feel like it's necessary to help flatten the curve to limit the spread of the coronavirus. So we're doing our part, but also remember, we're not necessarily doing it voluntarily. I mean, we're doing it voluntarily, but the stay-at-home order is a serious order, and it affects the majority of our business. Yep. But then if I can say anything, it's that despite the somewhat somber news that we're discussing now, the reality is we all need to stay positive. Things never got better due to worry. No matter what it is, like things just don't improve just because you're worrying. So stay positive. We're all in this together. We're all trying to make the best of the situation. We're trying to do everything we can for you guys, and we're hoping that you guys are doing everything that you can for your friends and family from 6 feet away. But stay positive.
I saw actually a really cool comment just now about somebody asking about DSG setups, and right now, because let's say you're in the state of California, right? Let's say that you have nothing to do, you're bored. Right now, since everybody still has internet access, is a great time to be looking at tech videos and to kind of learning more about Airsoft if you really want to check out how to do some tech builds and stuff like that. If you have spare parts lying around or something like that, now is a great time to practice, especially with the weather and also the lockdown.
To answer your question, TJ McNally, overall, how do you think this will affect the community even after the lockdown is over? Airsofters are some of the most resilient, awesome people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. And I think as soon as this whole thing subsides, as soon as this whole situation subsides, Airsofters are going to be right back out on the field. Mm-hmm. I'd be surprised if you see an aerial view of Los Angeles or California or any state where there's a lockdown, you're going to see thousands of Airsofters in their backyards doing plate racks and drills and practicing in their backyards. It's just communities of Airsofters. What might be cool is I wonder if you could, I don't know the effective range of the Desert Fox tracker, but I wonder if people in communities could log onto their Desert Fox tracker and see each other. You know what I mean? Like houses away.
All right.
And try to take over things.
Yeah, someone should be
tag Jet
Desert Fox right now to be like, hey, you need to get your app updated to have a global Airsoft game with everybody in their backyard to capture points. To answer some questions, I don't think at this time, again, I don't have any information beyond this, but at this time, I don't think we're doing any special deals. We're just trying to figure out how to get the products out to you guys that you've already ordered. We may be doing something in the future. I can't promise anything. I don't want to, put us in that situation, but we're trying our best to make sure that we're open and available for you guys, even if we're not in the building. I will personally sanitize every package. Wipe it down. We should buy a mall. Well,
yeah, I would love to have a mall that we can play Airsoft in.
Like, you can't just buy a mall. Like most malls.
Well, you could if you had millions of dollars. What we need is Demolition Ranch mat money.
You're running it at a huge loss. Like,
he bought a huge mansion. What he should have done was bought a mall and turned it into a shooting range. You know, we're all playing backyard airsoft again, like it's high school. You guys know what we're talking about. Springers, hiding behind trees. You know, I wish I had a brother that was around my age that could play airsoft, but they're all old and they suck.
I was going to say something way worse, and I'm not going to say it.
Well, they're just not airsoft players. Yeah.
I mean, like, what is everybody? I mean, I'm curious of what other people are going to be doing in regards to being shut inside. You know, most schools around the country and major, metropolitan areas are closed. That includes colleges. You know, a lot of people are home right now. I'm just curious what people are doing.
Will you guys be able to do repairs on items shipped in? Excellent question, Brady. So currently, our tech team, like the majority of our other departments, they're working from home as per the stay-at-home order. There are some products that they were able to work on remotely, but as of this time, there are things in the building that they don't have access to. So there will be a delay in the work being performed on some of the existing things that are in for customization and maintenance. We don't have an ETA on those yet, but please understand that, you know, we're all in this and trying to figure it out together. So we apologize for the delay, but we're kind of all experiencing that delay in some form in all of our lives, right? So.
Well, also, like, you know, we'll be doing another live stream early next week, or, you know, maybe some this weekend here and there, kind of giving live updates and what we can and what we know. As we
get more information,
you know, if our tech team is able to come in and they're able to get parts and get the products and then bring it home, work on it, and bring it, you know, if they can do those things under the ordinance, then they'll still be checking guns, they'll still be doing things.
So until April 19th, we will not be able to order anything, or orders just be delayed. The website is still open and fully functional, as is the live tracking of our inventory. So if it's on our website and it's in stock, you can absolutely order it. If it's up for pre-order, you can still do that. The only difference is that your shipping might be a little delayed. Not a huge deal. Honestly, not a huge deal, because it's not like you're going to take it out to a field immediately anyway, unless you're planning on using it in your backyard, and we apologize for that. But we're doing everything we can to make sure that our shipping reopens as quickly as possible. We are shipping out everything that we can today, if you're just joining us. So our shipping team is doing everything they can to get things shipped out before midnight tonight, PST. And then, after that, we're going to see about doing everything we can to move around our shipping operation, hopefully, you know, work on some other options to make sure that we can get things out as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Are you guys still doing Saturday giveaways with us? Guys, we are still doing Epic Saturday, which if you aren't familiar with, you need to head to our Facebook so that you can get involved in our Epic Saturday giveaway, although the shipping might be a little bit delayed. And, of course, we're still doing the jar of BBs, so if you want to guess the cache of BBs or how many BBs are in our cache of BBs, we're doing a giveaway for that as well. So we're still doing giveaways. The shipping might be delayed, but we're still doing giveaways. We're still doing content. We've still got a bunch of, you know, really cool photos and video that we're going to be posting, in terms of content, so no break there. With regard to just kind of like content in general, we are absolutely trying to make things kind of business as usual in terms of the social media planning schedule. So if you guys like our content, we're still going to be trying to upload regularly. We've got a pretty good stockpile of content that we think you guys will enjoy. So in that aspect, we hope to keep you guys entertained still during this the time of this closure. But that, that's just kind of the way things are going to be for right now. I don't want to get into why we don't sell Answer Tactical. That won't change. That isn't going to change because of the closure.
So if somebody just asked about if their order was placed, if it'll ship. The plan is, as of right now, we're going to get a lot of orders out today. But the best thing to do is just to keep an eye out for the shipping notifications, keep an eye out for the on the website, stuff like that. We'll give you those updates. If your order does not ship today, don't panic. We will get to it as soon as we can. So we have to ask for your patience.
Yep. To answer another question that was just posted, guys, if you're wondering about things that are currently out of stock on the website, there are other countries where products are shipped from that are suffering from some of the same issues that we are here in the U.S. and in California specifically. So that does delay kind of our shipping times to get products to put on the website. That's not to say that we don't already have things kind of on the way or that we're not sorting through things, but we do have shipments coming in because that hasn't changed. So as those shipments come in, but they'll move up to the website, but that's just a little bit delayed. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that we've got things squared away for you guys. The website is not down. Just to repeat, the website is not down.
Yeah, and right as of right now, we're taking orders as normal. It's business as usual right now, but things can change once we learn more about the ordinance that was issued last night by the governor of California. So once we get more information, we'll definitely provide updates. The best way to be updated on this is to follow our Instagram, which you are because you joined this live stream, or to follow our Facebook, check the website. That'll have the most update information.
Specifically with regard to the Midwest Industries MP5 rail. It is out of stock. I'm sorry. We only got a handful. When we got them originally, I think we only got like 3 of them, and then we all bought them. And then we reordered, and those haven't come in yet. So we will be getting more of the Midwest Industries M-Lock rail, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, but they're just not on the website yet. How would I send in my gun to be shimmed? Well, you can do that through the customer service team, or you can send it into the store and talk to our techs about having that shimmed. But I would hold off on that simply because if you're shipping something like that to us, it's just going to get held by the shipping company until we reopen anyway. So I would just hang tight on any work that you need done by our tech team until at least we make an announcement that we're back open and ready to go.
There we go. That's much better light. Sorry, I had to move into my guest room real quick.
But with regard to our customer service lines, if you guys are wondering, you're just tuning in, our customer service guys are still working from home today, so if you have any questions, email sales@Evike.com. If you have a question specifically about an order, about your order, or about something being shipped for you, they'll be able to answer that. They're working as hard as they can to make sure that you guys get all your questions answered, and that's why we're doing this live stream, to kind of answer questions about what it means for our closure, when we're going to be back open, discussing the delays that are going to happen, for the near future until we can get back up and running.
Yeah, currently most airsoft fields in California should be closed. It's just a wise idea right now. Even if they are open, they probably are not very busy. So just definitely keep that in mind. Most of the state is supposed to be on complete lockdown right now.
Mm-hmm. Although they kept repeating, like, it's not a lockdown. It's not a lockdown.
Oh, yeah, you can go exercise, but you can't go to the gym. But you can go.
It's just an order. Yeah. I plan to walk around. I don't know.
Yeah, if it would stop raining.
I'll go nuts in my well. It's sunny here. Hell, yeah, no, I thought about doing this IG outside, and I was like, if it starts raining, I'm going to be screwed.
I think I'll have to move mine to the garage. I think the kids are too loud downstairs right now.
Mm-hmm. With regard to future Outpost locations, it's tough to say right now. We're always looking to partner up with and work with and help out fields that need it or want it. But it's tough to make a prediction at this time because that's not priority one. Priority one is making sure that all of our staff and all of our customers are safe and healthy. and making sure that we're still available to serve you business, because just because we're all stuck at home doesn't mean that the world stops rotating. That doesn't mean that commerce stops or that people's needs aren't needing to be met. And so we're doing everything we can to help you guys, to stay open, to keep our employees employed, and to make sure that you guys need what you want, or get what you need. Can't always get what you need, but if you try sometimes, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need. Or I don't know. What are you guys doing for prepping at home? Did you guys stockpile foods or water or anything? Did you guys freak out like that? Are you guys preppers out there? Do you guys take all the TP? Are you guys out there with gas masks, sitting and watching our IG with gas masks on? What's the deal? Hey Tom, how you doing? Is the EPS stock great for battery storage? Because I have a 5-inch stick lipo. Wondering, if you use a stick lipo, you could probably put it in your buffer tube. 5 inches is going to make you extend the stock a bit.
Yeah.
I personally love the EPS stock. I use one. George uses one. Richard uses one. Chris uses some wackadoodle stock. I don't know.
Okay, so the question is, who's using the ASG Instagram right now? Is it Bob or is it somebody else?
It's Bob. It's Bob. It's always Bob. It's only Bob.
Yeah, okay, Bob. We don't want to talk to you right now, Bob.
He's sitting there cooking some disgusting-looking piece of meat.
The way you word that's terrible.
And commenting on our IG Live. All right, guys. If you have any further questions, please, don't feel nervous about posting them. If you want to know about anything with regard to some of the shipping delays and the situation going on here in California, I know it can be confusing if you're not here in our state to know what's going on and what that means for Airsoft and Evike.com. Hit us up in the comment section and we'll answer them as best we can. Am I still working? What's going on here?
No, you're fine. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Yeah, to answer the question again.
Bob says, you make me sad, and Dave's enjoying Bob getting called out. I'm actually frying an egg. Matt, what's the best camo? What woodland? I don't know. Okay. Any fully ambi M4s? Yeah, there are tons. There are tons. There are tons of brands that use a working bolt catch, by the way, now. It used to be only VFC that did it really well, and now everyone does it.
Yeah, it's pretty much like starting to become an industry standard type of thing.
Yeah. Now it's weird if companies don't do it. There's like an expectation for it now. Like when we do our videos, I'm like, oh, it doesn't lock back. Like, what is this? How big is your airsoft collection? Sizable. I have too many rifles. Matter of fact, I need to sell a rifle next time we do a trading post. I've got too many rifles, dude. I've got a SCAR I need to get rid of. I've got a gas blowback M4 I need to get rid of because I don't use it. I've got a, I don't know. I've got a Bren that I absolutely love, but I don't use, and now it's taking up space, but I can't get rid of it because Bob gave it to me, and I feel bad because I snapped the stock. And it has a new stock, but I feel bad. I can't get rid of it. I love that gun. I love it because it looks cool, but I just,
Sorry, the way it just. What was the other question I just saw? Sorry, I just spaced.
Yeah. What's your most fundamental AR accessory? Or a sight, a red dot sight.
It's
something
an optic,
with an optic. Because in airsoft, you don't really need irons. If you're going to use irons, just sight down the barrel.
The SCAR is an AEG, the working gamer.
Well, mine is an AEG. It's an old VFC body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in here, just to answer a couple questions, why we're here. We're talking about the stay in place or the shelter in place order that came down from Governor Newsom to affect all of California. We are temporarily closed for the majority of our office at Evike.com, but the website is still open. We are still shipping things, and our shipping team is trying to get every product that was intended to be shipped today out today. In the meantime, our still from home trying to come up with cool content and stuff for you guys. So if you have a question for our customer service guys, email sales@Evike.com. Tech stuff is going to be delayed for a little while. This is ever evolving and constantly changing. So as soon as we get more information, we can update you guys on when the company, the store will be open again at all of our locations. We'll open them as soon as humanly possible, and we're going to start shipping again after today as soon as humanly possible, as soon as we can get more information about the COVID-19 stay-in-place order that's been passed down. With that said, if you have an RMA, please hang on to your packages for now. It's just going to be held by the carrier. Now, I can already hear you guys saying, oh, well, I've got this product that I need RMA'd or returned because it doesn't work, and by the time you guys are open, my warranty is going to be out of warranty. Hold on to your hats. We are extending all the warranties until this passes, so that we can make sure that you guys are being taken care of. So don't worry about your warranty period. If you've ordered something and because you can't return it because of our closure, you're worried about not being able to return it, we're going to extend that warranty to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So like I said, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that you guys are comfortable and staying healthy and able to get the things that you need. An update to Airsoft Nation. We do not have a date. Hold on, let me block this guy.
Here, while you're doing that. So for Airsoft Nation right now, it is currently temporarily postponed. We do not have a new date set yet. The date will depend on two factors. First factor will be of when all these mandates are lifted and when it is safe to interact with large groups again. And then the second part will be, what time frames SC Village has their field open to be able to do the event with us. So once we have those two things ironed out, then we'll basically be making a big announcement of when the game will be. And your ticket, if you already purchased one and you're not, if you're not returning it, then you are basically still on the roster. You still locked in your ticket to your team, and some of the teams are close to selling out, so you've already been locked into that team. No, we don't know what's going to happen with Insert right at this time. We're going to figure that out when we get closer to the time to film Insert. But we promise you that it will still come out on April 1st, the first of every month.
Full Metal Airsoft, prices will not be raised. Nothing will change in terms of the website, the operation. Nothing will change. We will never raise prices because of the situation. We will we'll never force you guys to suffer because of the crisis and because of this air situation. You guys will not be affected except for some shipping delays. There's going to be some shipping delays. That's unavoidable. That's what we're here to answer questions on. Shipping times will be affected, Gavin. Like we said, bear with us. We're doing everything we can. Our shipping department will be working today as long as they can to make sure that we get out as many products to you guys that you've ordered as we can. But after today, we're just kind of on a wait and see, and we will be updating you guys as often as we can with updates on all of that. So make sure you're staying tuned to our Instagram. We're recording this, I think, to hopefully put on the other platforms. But even if we don't, we're going to be posting information for anybody that missed this. If you guys know somebody that isn't tuning in right now that should know this information, make sure you send them over to the Instagram so that they can tune in and get the info, or fill them in yourself. If they've got any questions, they can, of course, email our sales, our customer support team at sales@Evike.com. Look who it is. Look who it is. Richard, glad you could join us. Instead of gaming outside on weekends, we should call up our buddies and squad up online. You know what you should do? Here's what you guys should do. Anybody that has like soda cans, canned targets, I'm sure you got something to shoot at. Let's figure out how you guys can film yourselves on Instagram shooting a plate rack of like 5 cannon targets and see how quickly you can do it with a stopwatch. Post that up, tag your friends. We'll have to come up with a hashtag for it or something like. We'll do the flex. We'll do flex from home or yeah, hashtag locked in challenge or something like that. We'll all practice target shooting in our backyard and see how fast we can be at it, and we'll make a huge competition of it since we're all going to be here for a month anyway. Well, maybe someone will be here. That's true. That's true. They may
shorter too. So let's remain a little bit optimistic on that one, just because the order was till the 18th on the county. that wasn't going to affect us as much. So we're just going to really have to wait and see. This will be an interesting weekend. We're going to definitely see a lot more about what this ordinance means for the state of California and what we're going to be able to do shipping wise.
Tariq, I don't have any word on what shipping times are going to be like to Europe, or even if we're able to ship to Europe currently. If you ordered recently and that order was intended to go out today, then it will still go out today. But if you didn't make the cut, or if your package didn't make the cut in the time that our warehouse team has to do today, we apologize for the delay.
No, hold on. I was going to answer.
Yeah, it's exactly time to practice like Liku Tactical. Just do reloads constantly. Malfunction drills.
Somebody was posting about a tactical mole thing, and I just see 550 cord just being used. So there's your answer. 550 core is great for that. I think that's what we did for the Momali vest. Was literally we just had the toilet paper
to keep up the shingles
off of paracord.
The toilet paper roll was on a vertical grip on top of the rail.
On Optic Thunder, yes, but we had if you remember the
on Momali, yeah,
on the vest, which was not related with Optic Thunder, and that was dangled off of some 550 cord.
Yeah, that was paracord. Yep.
Websites.
I'm definitely try that. We could call it the 5-can challenge, or we can call it the Corona. No, maybe.
You don't want to call it the Corona challenge?
Maybe
because it might end up with like something else.
Yeah, because we want it to be like easy to find for people.
I mean, what if you called it the Corona 5-can challenge? And
that's just a really long hashtag to use.
What if people were using Corona cans? Yeah. And yes, Corona does come in a can.
With this lockdown, what is Evike and yourself personally planning to do to fill the time? Well, with George and I specifically, we're still working because we can work remotely. We don't have to be in the office. So we're going to be working the whole time. We're doing as much as we can to stay busy and to keep you guys updated with information. Beside that, guess it's a good time to get in shape, huh, George? We're just going to be, it's going to be, I don't know, I was going to be walking around or, I don't know, buffing my car, fixing stuff. I don't know. I'll probably be fixing stuff around the house all the time.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on that new wiring project that has to go down to the garage.
Tom wants to know how much Beaver Tactical stuff is going to get pumped out.
0.
None. Why don't we just call it hashtag 5-can challenge?
Hashtag 5-can challenge?
Sure.
Okay. Remember that.
The 5-can challenge. And so here's or
the word 5.
The number 5. The number 5-can challenge. And so we'll call it the 5-can challenge, and then let's do this. Let's set up, okay, so you got to shoot 5 cans, and each of the cans they can be on a line with each other, and then each can has to be, I don't know, like 6 inches apart. Okay?
Sure. 5 to 6 inches.
So 5-6 inches apart, and you got to stand
10 feet away. 15?
That seems easy. 20 feet.
20 feet.
Does everyone have 20 feet?
I mean, most garages are what?
20 feet.
Okay.
Across. Okay, let's say 15 feet. So 5-can challenge. Hashtag the number 5-can challenge. Okay, so the numerical 5. Hashtag 5-can challenge. 5 cans, 5 like soda cans or can targets if you'd prefer, because those are awesome. 6 inches apart, 15 feet away. See how fast you can do it. Time yourselves with your phone or with a stopwatch. Post it. Hashtag 5-can challenge, and we'll see how quickly we can beat each other. Because what else are we going to do while we're on lockdown other than practice airsoft and have fun?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Somebody made a comment I wanted to. So somebody was asking about Airsoft Palooza. Airsoft Palooza is scheduled still for June, first weekend of June or second weekend of June. No updates yet. We'll just have to wait and see. We're not going to make that announcement right now because we just don't know. It really kind of depends on if everybody around the country takes this advice seriously and starts thinking of ways to flatten the curve of this virus outbreak. So if we can do that, then yeah, sure, maybe it will happen. If we can't, then who knows?
I don't know what I've done. Oh, there it is.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I'm just really mad. I had a really good setup over by my desk, but my kids just won't stop talking. So
I'm surprised my cats aren't here messing with me.
I think I'm gonna have to move the setup to the garage. I think you made a smart play there.
I think if we do one later, I'll do that. I'll be in the garage.
Oh, I thought you were in the garage. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a clean garage. No, my garage is open stud. It's
I don't know. I haven't been.
It's messy.
In years.
It's messy.
So is my garage. I don't even know how I fit 2 cars in it right now.
Oh, see, that's another great idea. Hootin' Tootin' Twitch says, here's a great idea. Have people who are right-handed learn to shoot left-handed with their time off. Dude, it's genius.
All right, Matt, I want to see the 5-can challenge from you all in the offhand position. Come on.
The cans.
Yeah, we'll call it the left. We'll call it the left-hand 5-can challenge.
That's tough. I can't even do single-handed. I need that support hand. You know what I mean?
You're talking about with a pistol, or you're talking about with
like a real one?
That's a good question. Since Airsoft originated overseas, will it affect import of new Airsoft guns for the future? I don't think so. I mean, right now it seems like stuff's still coming in. You know, there was the delay from Chinese New Year, and then that always slows things down a little bit. But everybody's kind of seems to think they're going to be ramping back up. So I think we'll be okay.
So we got some more questions about the 5-can switch hand challenge. The switch hand challenge.
5-can switch hand.
The hashtag offhand can challenge. Jesus, the names. All right. So it's up to you guys. I think it would be more appropriate with pistols because it's only 15 feet, and with a rifle that seems really easy. Especially because rifle you can get so many follow-up shots quickly. That would be kind of broken. But it's up to you guys. Honestly, I don't care what you use. I think it would be more impressive if you did the 5-can challenge with a pistol, but I don't want to set rules like that. Let's all just have fun with it. If you want to do the 5-can challenge with a grenade launcher, go for it. If you can knock over all 5, I mean, it's not as impressive as a guy who knocks them all down in 3 seconds with a pistol, but go for it, man.
What if somebody does it, right? So let's say
with
a grenade launcher and they miss. That would be even more hilarious.
There you go. So you can do the 5-can challenge. We can do the hashtag offhand can challenge. Just make sure that if you guys post it and you're having fun doing it, tag us because we want to see them. Film yourself doing it. See how fast you can do it. Tag us. There you go. See if you can knock down more than 1 can with 1 BB. When they're 6 inches apart, you're going to have to bank them. Bing, 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 bing. You know what I'm saying?
So like, was that 7-10 split?
Yeah. See if you guys can do a 7-10. Well, I guess it'd be like a 7 and 8 split.
I don't know.
So there you go. Guys, there are a ton of ways you can do it. If you come up with your own challenge, tag your friends, tag us. We want to see you guys shoot targets down as fast as you can in your backyard. You can do it with springers, whatever you guys want to do. I don't want to set rules on what you have to use. Just come up with creative ways to do the 5-can challenge.
Yeah, no rules.
Throwing BBs at 5-can challenge. So we're going to do the offhand challenge and the 5-can challenge.
Target, and if you can make the target fall over, more power to you.
Trick is the cans have to fall. Yeah, you can't just because you hit them doesn't count. They have to fall. So the 5-can challenge, they have to fall.
What if you toss the BBs into the open can and they land in the can?
I mean, you could.
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up on the fly.
One of my cats is here just staring at me now. See, but using a mag and spraying it is not as exciting. Anyway,
all right.
If we find the coolest or most creative or fastest 5-can challenge, so we're going to do one for the offhand challenge and one for the 5-can challenge. If you guys have the fastest 5-can challenge, the most impressive or the most creative, and you tag us, as soon as we're back at work, Richard and George and I are going to give something away.
Okay, that sounds good.
We'll give something away to the winner. Oh, speaking of, here we are. How long has it been? It took forever. Hey, everyone. This is one of my cats. I like cats. There you go. It took the entire episode.
I think my cats would probably hiss at me if I brought this iPad over to them.
It took an entire IG live stream, but one finally came over to bother me.